The Adamas are obviously featured heavily in the new series. Are you guys going to feature any of the other ancestors of Battlestar characters?
I don't.
Are we going to see
so.
C-3PO with no armor getting built by Anakin?
Oh my God.
We talked about that. I think we're going to try real hard to resist that. I mean, you never know, and you never say never, and things change. You get into stories, and suddenly you're in love with
Ty's father.
Ty's father. Oh my God! And
do you think you guys will do any flash forward stuff?
There's no plans to. I mean, the intention of Caprica is to make it really its own show. I mean, it was really important to us as we created the show to create something that did not mean that you had to be a fan of Battlestar Galactica. That here's a series that stands on its own, that is part of this larger universe, but that is not predicated on a knowledge of or a love of the original. And that was very, very important to us. And I think that's the way the pilot plays. It plays as, here's a piece. If you don't know anything about Battlestar Galactica, you can invest in this and these characters and their story. And if you know Battlestar, you can love it for all kinds of other reasons. You can see, greater depth to it. But the idea was not to really connect the people.
Yeah, the connections to Battlestar should be subtle. They should be, Easter egg-like, fun, but not imperative, not necessary to understand the show.
Sorry.
I don't know. It was the Easter egg image, and I don't know.
Well, so Magda, you never watched. You had never watched Battlestar prior to taking this job.
What?
I'm fired. Now I'm fired. Thanks, Seth. Awesome.
Isai had to watch every single episode before we...
I did have a little marathon afterwards. I really wanted to not watch it and make it our own. Just like you said, Caprica's its own show. And
Nice.
I mean,
Really?
I think she needs a little spanking later, too.
That's what we all say.
Paula.
Yeah.
But that is relevant because all this happens well before that, and it's sort of like being able to look into a crystal ball to get perspective on how you behave today. But actually, I'll ask Alessandra, your character is so hugely pivotal in this, and yet she's just a girl trying to find her way. I'm sorry, I apologize. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking in public?
I'm
You don't have to answer.
almost 22.
22.
Oh.
So have you had a lot of personal
A lot of Botox.
I'm sorry, what?
What attracted you to this? Was it just like, all right, employed, or were you like?
Yeah.
This one over here.
No, because it's a very complicated character, and she's got like.
No, absolutely. She is. What attracted me to this role is she's just an incredibly brilliant, strong, powerful young female, and there's not a lot of roles out there anymore for girls my age, and she has such a huge impact on this world and everything. She's just incredible, and who wouldn't want to play Eric Stoltz's daughter? It's as simple as that,
Yeah, I submitted my.
Eric never answered the question you asked him, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd like to know.
I like to know.
Said penetration.
He said, "You want to talk about that?"
I want to hear. If it's so, you asked Eric a question, but we got distracted, and I would like to hear what he said. Putting it back on you.
Eric, as a redhead, do you find there's a lot of pressure to dye your hair? I remember in Water Dance you went dark. Is that something that comes up a lot?
And you've gone purple, man.
I got a history of bad hair decisions.
There's so...